Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nabila Milicia. For those of you who don't know me, I am here because I'm illustrating my next design on Adobe Fresco, but I wanted to do it with you. Okay, I wanted you to be part of my illustration process. I wanted you to see it. Yeah, I did start by making my croquis, and I typically draw my croquis. A lot of times I actually draw one croquis and then I copy paste it and use that same croquis over and over and over. And then the hairstyles from previous illustrations I'll copy and paste on whichever new design I'm doing, so that I don't have to like re-sketch every single thing every single time, because it does take a lot of time. You know, sometimes I just want to go straight into the design. But for this one, I actually did a new croquis. And guys, before I get into it, I literally just cracked my screen. Like, I dropped my iPhone on my iPad. So it's like right there, and it kind of like goes into the screen. So I'm a little upset and hurt by that, but you know, we can fix it. Um, but anyway, um, let's see. I want to position this so that you guys could see what I'm doing, but you might not see all. I realized that I didn't draw her breast. Oh my god, the crack literally is going all the way through here. I thought it was only just on the side. You know, either way, let's not get distracted by it. It's okay. Hold on. Let's see, is this the same size? Yep, that is. I'm going to make her breasts. Is that too big? That might be a little bit too big. That might be a tad bit too big, and I need to do an end taper actually. So I'm going to my brushes and I do an end taper, and just a little bit, maybe like 12%. Not too crazy. Guys, when I first started using Adobe Fresco, I had no idea like how to really, not like using it, but of course, you know, this doesn't feel the same as when you're using pen and paper. So I had a hard time starting in the beginning, but I actually talked myself through it. I was like, what would you have done, you know, first if you were using pen and paper? Like, how would you first start? It's like, okay, I would actually start by making an egg shape for the head. And then after that, I would just, you know, draw the torso, draw the pelvis, then do the legs, the knees, you know, the lower legs, upper legs first, ankles, and then the feet. So it's like, okay, just do that. Sometimes you don't know how to start, but start with what you would normally do if this was pen and paper. And of course, it kind of like feels different. This is a lot heavier than your average pencil. So in the beginning, it felt uncomfortable, but you know, the more you practice, the more your hands kind of get used to it. Right now I haven't been illustrating in a long time because I've been focusing on alterations, but I enjoy illustrating and I love this app. I think it's quite user friendly. Oops, wrong. After I'm done, so now, oh wait, I need to erase the lines and this circle right here. Yeah, see this circle? Every time you like on your brush and you press and pull to the side, you can actually erase more. So it's kind of like without having to switch to the eraser tool. So that's a little hack. Every time I'm done on a layer, I actually lock the layer, because sometimes it happened when I'm not on a locked layer. Well, I didn't lock my layers. Then my hand, while I'm working, accidentally hits a new layer, and then I start working on that new layer, not realizing I'm on the wrong layer. And the reason why I do a bunch of layers, or each item I do on a different layer, is because what if let's say I'm making um a dress, right? but I have different ideas for the top, but the bottom is the same, for example, right? So if I do the skirt part on one layer and the top part on a different layer, if I don't like that top, I can turn that layer off and start a new top. Or if I'm like going between ideas for clients, for example, instead of like re-illustrating the whole design all over again, I could just do the top part on different layers with different looks, and turn each layer on, screenshot it, share it with the client, and then go to the next layer, do the same thing, and have them pick the design that they like best. Or like you're so basically you're not stuck to one illustration, and like let's say you do something and you think it's ugly, you can delete that layer without losing all the work that you've done. You know what I mean? Like let's say it's too much to erase because it's just way too detailed, then you could just go like piece by piece, and I mean, not piece by piece, instead of going piece by piece, you would just delete that whole layer and start over. I hope that makes sense. But oops, I'm like here, for example, I had started by making a turtleneck, and right now the design that I have in mind now is a sweetheart, so I don't want that turtleneck anymore. But instead of deleting it, or I could have delete that layer and just get rid of the turtleneck, but I can also turn it off and go to a new layer and create my new top part on that layer. So for now, I want to do a sweetheart, and I do want it to be in cobalt blue. So what I'm going to do is draw the sweetheart, but also use the color that I want. And the reason I'm not using black right now is because my croquis is already drawn in black, and I want to be able to see the new lines, because it's going to be helpful when I'm going to color it. Like instead of coloring each item by hand, I'll just do a fill with this hold on, where is it at? This right here, this is the bucket, and for each shape that is closed, you could just fill it. But if it's not closed properly, it will fill the entire page, and you don't want that to happen. So that's why I make sure that I use a different color to ensure that each shape is closed. And sometimes if you're doing black on black, you just can't see where you stopped, where you started, if something is properly closed or not. Sometimes it looks like it's closed, it looks like it closed, but it's not. Sometimes it just, like when you zoom in, that's when you see that there's a tiny, like a teeny tiny gap, the size of a hair, you know so um like let's if I was to show y'all this line, you see how the blue line is on top of the black. Like if I did the blue with the black, like if it was instead of blue black, like if I was to continue drawing this line all the way down and close it, sometimes you might just literally like miss it. But what I do like to do though, once my shape is closed, before coloring it with the bucket, I just turn it black. I hope that makes sense, but y'all will see it. Y'all will see what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm not sure the way she's standing. I'm not sure if this is a good sweetheart or not, but I kind of like it that it's not perfect. So I'm gonna just leave it as is. Um, then I'm going to put my taper back on. I took it back when I started drawing this because we want to shape her breast. I kind of don't like this one. I'm gonna redo that. Okay, there it is. So now that I got this in blue, I'm not sure how much you see that it is blue. Let me zoom in. Now that I got it in blue, I'll zoom back out and I'll go to my bucket. I'm gonna put the fill color to black, and then I'm gonna, ooh, I accidentally hit the wrong thing. So you see, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna zoom in closer, and I'm gonna hit the blue line, and now I turned it all black. And then I'm going to the color I was using, the cobalt blue, and I'm gonna hit that, and that way we have a nice black outline with a blue fill. That's what I want. um I like that. Now I'm going to lock this layer and I'm gonna open a new layer, and I'm gonna go for, should I go for a skirt? Yeah, because there's some details that I'm not gonna share with y'all yet because I want you to be surprised. But you know, it's okay for y'all to see that it is indeed um, a sweetheart top. That's ain't none crazy about a sweetheart. We've done a sweetheart before. I'm gonna get rid of my taper. Oh wait, I'm gonna go back to blue. Okay, so excuse me. I am going to draw back. Even though we have this line right here, I'm still gonna draw over it because again, I want my skirt to be filled and closed. So in order to get it closed, we still have to draw it as if we don't have anything else, okay? Is that how we want it? I want it a little more poofy than what we have. Because y'all know I like me a princess look, right? Y'all know that. I like something big and dramatic. Alright, boom, like so, like that. Should this be out a little more? Or is it okay? I guess it's okay. Yeah, also know that I do love me a slit, so I'm going to draw that. I want a slit on the left side, but I always draw it on this side. It's okay though. In my head, I'm a no. I don't know what's going on. Do I have like pressure? Ugh, I don't like it when I have pressure dynamics on. So I'm gonna redo that line. You know, my lines are all different. It's all good. This side is gonna be covered, so I'm going to actually, I probably should erase some of this line right here because it's just too low. Okay, we want it to be long and dramatic, so I'm going to do just that. Make sure it's closed. And then this side. Then we're gonna close. So this is right here, the inside of the dress, and we want to make sure that we also draw a line over there. that lets us know that we can see on the inside of the dress. And then of course, these are still shapes that we want to fill right here, this one right here, and then this small space. So I'm still going to draw out, even though we have this shape, this dress already right here, we still want to make that. And I'm gonna do that on a separate layer just in case I want to fill it in a different color. And like if you go back and forth, you don't want it to mess up the entire piece. So for to make it easier, I'm gonna do it on a different layer. Okay. In the meantime though, I am going to fill this back, the lines, this outline. Oops. I'm going to fill the outline black again, and then I'm going to color the pieces blue again. And if you guys, ooh, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? Hold on. Let me actually get rid of this piece right here. Uh-oh, what happened? No, 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 no. This line is, oops, connected, so I'm gonna erase part of this line. Oops, okay. Got rid of that. What else do I need to get rid of? That's it. So now, I'm so distracted. I'm looking at this line. I'm so sad that I cracked my screen, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, now I'm gonna fill it. And yep, we still have our black outline. Can y'all see that? Okay, cool. Got the black. This looks so good, guys. If you're wondering why I'm choosing blue, I picked this color now to be my brand Bergwijn brand color. Okay, this brand is primarily black and white, but I do want to add a splash of color to show the playfulness of this brand. And yeah, I am choosing this color as a design, and I want it to be something fun, something that screams me, you know, something that is really me. Um, and so I lost my train of thought, guys. I want to create something. Oh, my anniversary. My 8th-year anniversary is coming up January 1st. And as you guys may or may not know, for every anniversary so far, no, actually, that's not true. I started last year. Okay, last year, which is actually this year. Yeah, this year was my 7th-year anniversary in Atlanta, so my 7th Atlanta anniversary, and I created a design. Well, several. One look I did completely from scratch, and the other look, I did the top from scratch, but the jacket and the pants I hand painted Atlanta all over, because of course, you know, we're in Atlanta and it's my anniversary, so I wanted something that set Atlanta. And so I did like a monochromatic look. No, was it monochromatic? Not monochromatic. What do you call that? Um, what do you call it when you have the logo all over? Let me see. Let's look it up. What do you call? Let's see if Google will tell me. No, I don't think so. I can't pull it up fast enough. But if you're watching this and you know what I'm trying to say, just put it in comments, or if I find it out later, you know. Mm, what do you call it? Guys, y'all see how quick my brain is just like. I can't think of it. And I can't find the proper way to describe it on Google, so Google can't help me right now either. Either way, that's just what I wanted to create. And so this year I want to do the same thing. I want to do a photo shoot all over again. Um, and I want something a little dramatic. I mean, that look was pretty dramatic. The pink one is pretty dramatic. Yeah. It was really nice. I had sleeves. It was like a jumpsuit, but also a dress at the same time because it wasn't like sewn together. So the socks were kind of like in the pants, but they were still like you could still separate them and use it as a regular pair of pants. Um, so it had socks, it had pants, it had a whole dress, and it had gloves. Yeah. This time I want to make this. Okay, it's not done yet though. And the details on it I'm not gonna show because I want you to be surprised. Um, lock this layer. Then next, and I also like to hit this right here. Oops. No. Cancel. So right here, this is kind of like, uh-oh, I keep doing that. This is kind of like the side menu bar where you have all your layers and stuff. And I always hit this thing to hide that because sometimes my hand might accidentally hit that side and open up a layer and then, you know, do stuff on it that I don't want to do. So for that reason, I'm hiding it. And now actually let's go to a lighter blue because this is supposed to be the inside of the dress. So I'm going to draw my lines of where the inside is supposed to be. I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm working right here. This is my new line. And I drew it on top of the black because we are gonna line it back with black and then fill it with this color. Oops. I don't want to erase the whole thing, so I'm just gonna make a little mark and then basically break up the line, because if I was to hit that circle, this one right there again, it would erase everything that I've done and I don't want that. So I just broke up the line and then hit it like that, so it's, you know, like a shortcut. And I'm going to, oops, I don't like that, so I'm gonna do it again. And then on the other side of the leg. Okay, now that we have both of these pieces, right here and right there, I'm going to fill it with black. So again, to fill, you hit the bucket, the paint bucket, right there. Then you hit this circle. Oops. Hit the circle. And then in the circle, I just hit the color. And I just want to do black, so I'm just going to go to that one. Then, oops. Accidente. Hit the triangles that we did. Hit that. Oh, wait. I'm not doing black. Sorry. I'm hitting the line. I don't know why I did that. So, oh my goodness. Rewind, okay? So, one more time. I'm gonna hit the line, this line, and I'm gonna hit this line so that we have a black outline, right? Y'all see that? Got a black outline. And then I'm gonna go back to the bucket, but I'm still on the bucket. Hit the circle. You know what? Let me just hold this. Okay, hit the circle. I'm struggling, guys. I'm trying to show you. Okay, so we are on the bucket. I hit the circle. Well, no, not the circle because it's black. But this is the color we last used right here. And that's the color I want to use for the inside. So I'm going to tap it. Then I'm going to tap the screen. Oh my goodness, not like that though. But that's where we're hitting it at. And then here, because we lined it, we can just fill it. Y'all see? And so it has a slight difference in color because I want to show that this is the outside and this right here. So this and this piece right here are both the inside and this is the outside, okay? So I'm gonna zoom out so y'all can see that this is the look that we're going for, okay? I wanted to add some details, and now looking at it, I'm like, this by itself is it too though. So I'm gonna do all the stuff that I wanted to do on a separate layer, and then I guess when I go to the fabric store tomorrow, I'm just gonna decide on if I want to do all that extra stuff that I was thinking about doing or no. I feel like this is simple though, but sometimes less is more, you know? Oops, oops, oops. Sometimes less is more. What's next? Let's do her hair real quick. How do we want her hair? How do we want her hair? Oops, no. New layer. How do we want her hair? I'm gonna go for a brown color. So how I found brown is I'm gonna go to, oops, what am I doing? Hold on. Color wheel. Okay, so typically I go to orange and then I don't hit, oh my god, I need to do better. Okay, hold on, let's go here again. Okay, so normally, so yeah, first I hit orange on the color wheel right here, okay, and then I go somewhere right there in the middle because here you have orange and then here you have black, then there you have white and like a grayish blend with orange the more you go this way, and then here more like a reddish. So then brown is somewhere in between. That's how I found my brown color, just in case you're wondering. Let's see. I want to go. I want to go darker. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Maybe even darker. Okay. Cool. Got it. No, I want to do even darker. Okay. Got it. So I'm going to do a begin taper and an end taper for my brush. that just means that, let me show y'all. I'm gonna make a big one, okay? So if I do this, y'all see how, oh my gosh, not again. It starts with a fine point and it ends in a fine point. So that's a begin and end taper. That's all that is. And the reason why is because when you look at your hair, you know, it starts sometimes kind of like, well, with your baby hairs, you can see it better with your baby hairs where it starts like thin and then it, you know, thickens and then the end. Or like, it might have the, it's just kind of like starting a hairline. So I don't want to like just, I don't know, with a hairline, it depends what you're doing actually. Never mind, forget what I was trying to say. Um, let's have a middle part. So I typically start with like, so you don't draw a line and then go like this. I don't do that. What I typically do is, oops, like I'll just let the lines away from the part kind of create a part like that. So instead of doing like a hard line and then drawing from the line, I just rather do, I hope that makes sense. So hope that makes sense to y'all. Oops, done. I'm trying to make sure y'all see this. And then the more you go over it, the more it forms basically. And then this will be like where her hairline is. So I kind of like map it out a little bit. So it's kind of like she's looking like this, something like that. Like her head is a little tilted, okay? Like this. Okay. Um, and then I do want to do this, kind of like that. Well, no, not that much, not that far. Okay. And like, if you want to, you could like do a part where you just fill it. And that way you don't have to like draw so many lines. But you do want to have, you know, so it looks more like real hair, you know, where it's like you don't just start with the, like it being all the way colored. Like if you were to pull back your hair, like here is kind of lighter than here is because there's less hair here. It's where it starts, you know, like, I hope that makes sense. And this is the part that does take a little bit more time. However, I really do enjoy it because it feels like um it's kind of like the same feeling I get when I'm coloring in a coloring book. It's like very satisfying and it's calming. So I enjoy that a lot. I can do my brush a little bit bigger actually. And then once we've done this upper part in her hair, or her hairline rather. I want to do a ponytail because that's the look I had last when I did my fashion feels, which is coming out tomorrow at 1 p.m. I had a really nice ponytail that was giving a little, oops. There's some kind of shortcut, I guess, when you tap double or something that will go to eraser. I haven't figured that shortcut out just yet because it happens a lot, and every time it happens I'm like, why did it, you know, happen? And then of course, if you want to do highlights, you can create highlights by adding a different color. And I'm gonna go back to a smaller brush. And I want to have her hair down to the side. Something like that. And then I want it to be like curly at the end because that's how I had my hair. So I don't know if I need to move it a little closer to her neck, but I want it to be a nice full curly ponytail. Because that's what I had, and I want to do her hair like I had mine because I want it to be like me, and maybe that's how I'm gonna do my hair again too. So kind of like this is what I'm going for. And then of course I'm doing like squiggly line for the curls, and it's like you just keep going, keep drawing those squiggly lines. Like that. Oh, I forgot to draw her ears. So I need to go back to the croquis and draw her ears. And I'm going to do a couple baby hairs. Is that where we want her baby hairs at? Okay. something like so. Ah, that one wasn't close. So, and then I think I want to add a little bit of darker parts to it, especially in the braid. So I'm going to just like the parts that would kind of like insinuate that there's a braid, just add darker strokes to it. And then even under here, maybe like squiggly, because you know, of course her hair is wavy. Her hair isn't straight. How do we feel about that? Oops. Or rather straight, let's see. I think that a straight might look better. I have no idea which one to pick. Maybe go for straight. But like not all the way straight, like a little squiggly, but not as squiggly as I did before. I think that definitely does do something. Yeah, I do like where it's going though. The reason why I'm doing here is because sometimes you just want to have the full illustration and just see and envision what would even look good, but also because I just enjoy illustrating overall. I can add this to my portfolio and all that good stuff. So it's like you don't have to do all the whole, you know, all the things that I'm doing, all the details. Um, you can also do like a fashion sketch rather than an illustration. I just love illustrating, so that's my reason for doing it. And because right now I don't have anything better to do anyway. So why not spend my time doing something that I actually love and enjoy, you know? Like a ponytail looks so stiff, but it's okay. We still gotta add ears, so maybe then it'll all look much better. Let me see. Let's move this this way. No, she look cute. She looks so cute. I just like adding details. I might do my hair like this though. I was really feeling this ponytail yesterday. Well, it was not yesterday, the day before yesterday. Yeah, I really was feeling this ponytail. Okay, I'm gonna do another color, kind of in between. So it's kind of like a different kind of brown right here. You know, just to add a little bit more of a dimension to everything. Give it a little bit more perspective. Yeah, give it a little more depth. And I'm gonna do here too. It's coming together more and more. And then I'm gonna go back to the original brown that we had and fill it up some more so that we don't really have like empty white spots. And I can actually do the bucket, zoom in some more, do the bucket. I could have really colored it first and then drew the details, but it's okay. I think she's good for now. I'm gonna go back and add details later. But this is it for now. This is her. Um, yeah, I hope you guys had fun with me while I illustrated this. I'm gonna go and continue the details. And tomorrow I'm gonna go to the fabric store and shop for this. Um, yeah, stay tuned for more and whatever I can show y'all. If I actually, maybe I could show y'all the fabric. Oops, what did I do? Maybe I could show y'all the fabric and you know, do this a little bit together. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I pray that I find this color. I know that fine fabrics in on the south side, which I didn't even know there was another fine fabrics. I thought it was only the one in Norcross. That one has this color. They actually had a lot of fabric in this color, so I hope that the one in Norcross does too, because that's the one I'll be going to. But I'll keep you guys posted for as much as I can without giving away too much. And yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye guys. Bye.